All right, hello, hello.
Hello. How have your first 2 days been, and what's today been like going around the facility?
Good. It's been awesome. I just got here actually a few hours ago and got straight to coming to the facility. So it was good to be up here again. I came up here last weekend and went around the facility, met the coaches, got a little taste of the city, and it's been an awesome experience so far.
What'd you do in the city to get a taste of it?
I went to the Flyers game last week. That was really fun. I've always enjoyed going to hockey games. They're always really energetic, and that was one of the most energetic ones I've ever been to. So yeah, it was fun.
Was that the game 3 game?
It was game 4, I believe. They were up 3-0 already. So yeah, it's the one that they lost, but they won last night though, so it's good.
Made a lot of Eagles fans out and about.
Oh yeah, for sure. There was.
Did you feel the sport already? What was that like?
Yeah. They like put me up on the jumbotron and stuff, and that was cool. Just to get a good response from the people in Philly. So.
Have you had the chance to meet Makai and spend time with Makai, and how do you guys view each other going forward here as big parts of the passing game?
Yeah, we actually just met today. We ate lunch together, and I know it's going to be really good for us here, and we're just excited to get to work, man. We don't really know exactly what it's going to look like yet. We just want to put our head down and work and get back to playing football tomorrow. So.
How do you start learning a new offense? Where do you start? Like, what's the beginning look like?
Yeah, I think you just start from the foundation. So, the formations, the terminology, how do they identify fronts, how do they identify the combos in the run game, things like that. Then you learn the formations, the motions, and then you just build upon that, Coach Mahaffey's been doing a good job with me and Daquan, and, just kind of giving us the foundation of it, and then we're, going to continue to learn over the next however long, so.
What are your first impressions of Sean Mannion? Obviously, it's early, but.
Yeah, no, I know that he's going to be really good for this program. He's a really smart mind. Just learning the offense in the few days that I have, I can tell that it's going to be a really good scheme and that we're going to be able to make some really good plays, and our offense is going to be powerful because of him. And so I'm really excited to work with him.
I know last week you said you kind of looked up to Dallas Goedert a lot, watched a lot of his film. Have you had a chance to meet him or text him or anything since you've been drafted?
I actually have not met him yet. I think I got here like right after he had left the facility. But I'm really excited to get around him and learn from him, like I said. So.
You spoke last week about the role Jordan Matthews has played on your career, but what value has he provided in you coming to Philly as far as getting to know who to know, where to live, things like that?
Yeah, he's already gotten me in contact with people in the organization, outside of the organization, things to keep my body right, who to talk to for advice. He's giving me advice like on the city itself, and he's just really excited for me to be in this position because he was in a very similar one, almost the exact same one, a second round pick to the Eagles. So he's just really excited, and he's helping me in whatever way he can. So.
Is this going to be a reason for him to come to a game now?
I sure hope so. I'm almost positive that he'll try to make his way out to one. So,
When you say you really like what you've seen from the offense and Sean Mannion's going to be really good for the offense, can you be any more specific without giving any secrets away?
Ooh, I don't know if I can get too much more specific. I think it's just know that there's going to be a lot of opportunities on the field for us in this offense, and I'm really excited for it. So.
You mentioned Ryan Mahaffey's done a good job of getting you and Daquan ready. What stood out to you about him in your early interactions?
Yeah, I think you can just tell that, one, that Coach Mahaffey has such a good understanding of the offense, and the way in which he teaches it makes it really easy to understand and really easy to pick up. And so, I'm really just thankful that, and you can also tell that he's one that just wants to, help his players and teach them, make sure that they're, in a good spot to succeed. And so I'm really excited to play for him and learn from him.
Have you picked a number yet?
Not yet. I haven't talked about that yet, but when I'm actually excited to see that as well. So.
In some of the draft coverage, there were conversations about you being like big wide receiver as opposed to tight end. Is that something you lend any credence to? Do you view yourself entirely as a tight end? Do you view yourself as a big receiver option? Yeah, no, I think that I view myself as a tight end, but I think that I can be, a really good weapon in the passing game as well. I think it's I'm thankful that I'm viewed that way because I feel like it can. It shows that people think that I'm explosive enough to view me as a receiver.
But the fact of the matter is that, I play tight end and I want to be used in the offense in that way and whatever they ask me to do. So.
Couple more?
When it comes to the blocking aspect, that's been such a narrative around you. What somebody who moves from quarterback to tight end in that aspect, how difficult is it, and what are the main hurdles?
Yeah, I think just moving from quarterback and getting into blocking is it's just new. It's really new, because obviously quarterbacks don't are never asked to block, and so it's just something that's new, and you have to just learn the technique. I think that was not necessarily a hurdle, but the thing that you just have to learn the most is like you really got to get your technique down, and a lot of it is reps, and so you get the muscle memory down. And then the other side of it is just the will to want to block, and I have that, and I want to be the best blocker that I can be from that point. It's just learning my techniques and really practicing it. So.
In the video we saw kind of your eyes light up when you saw the Eagles on your phone. What was your perspective from that moment, and then the conversations you had with Howie and Nick and Jeffrey Lurie?
Yeah, no, I mean, that it was just like full shock. I think it was just the idea that it was like actually happening. I was like, man, like, it just came full circle. It's been a dream of mine for so long, and for God to get me to this point, and for Him to take me on the journey that I went through high school and through college, and the position switch and moving schools and all that kind of stuff. For it to get to that point, I was like, wow, it's actually happening. And then when Howie told me that they were going to pick me, that just all the emotions started coming out, just because God is good and He got me to this point. And so I was just really thankful for it.
Did it sink in?
I'm not even sure it's sunk in yet. I think it'll be really good when I get out on the field and I'm able to, play with some of my new teammates, and then it'll probably sink in by that point. So.
As a tight end who used to be a quarterback, I was kind of curious, are you familiar at all with the Philly special play from the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah, very familiar. maybe someday, I don't know, we'll see. I don't want to put anything out there too much, but yeah.
All right. Thanks, folks.
Thanks.
Thank you.